So this morning I'm going to read from the book of First Timothy 2, 1 and 2. And Timothy 2, 4 and 6 it says, I urge you first of all to pray for all people. Ask God to help them, intercede on their behalf, and give thanks for them. Pray this way for kings and all who are in authority so that we can live peaceful and quiet lives, marked by godliness and dignity. Who wants everyone to be saved and to understand the truth? For there is one God and one mediator who can reconcile God and humanity, the man Christ Jesus. He gave his life to purchase freedom for everyone. This is the message God gave to the world at just the right time. And today, I'm just grateful for life and health and strength and God's message. And I'm one of the things that I am super grateful for this morning, y'all, is prayer. Um, I don't. I'm sure everyone here feels the same way, right? Because we all are being kingdom citizens. But prayer is truly a gift that God has given us by giving us the opportunity to have a direct line to Him. You know, I I was always a praying person. From my grandmother, just thinking about it making me smile right now. So just a little background on it. So my grandmother was a devout Seventh-day Adventist, you know. So I grew up in a home where Saturday was our Sabbath. So um, from sunset on Friday evening to sunset on Saturday evening, it was just prayer and worship. And you can imagine as a child, that was brutal for us because, Friday being the last day of school, we we almost used to feel like, we were trapped. But I didn't realize at that time what my grandmother was doing was she was setting a precedence for prayer for us, you know, and installing in us about worship. And my 5-year-old son, the one that's sleeping next to me right now, he does not go to sleep without saying the Lord's Prayer, you know? Like I've put that in him from then, and it's so important for us to put this in our young people from we is young, because now being the man that I am now, I can't live without it. Prayer has become so important for me in terms of the way and when I talk to God, like when I going through something, I go through it with prayer. When I feel pain, I ease my pain with prayer. When I have a challenge and I feel like I need answers to a question, I find my answers with prayer. Like you have to allow prayer to become such an integral part of your daily life, where that is where you realize that not only that you're not doing it alone, but you've invited God to do this by opening up an open conversation with Him at all times. Like I find myself now, um, if I start a new business or in my business, I remind God and I say, hey, God, I want you to be a part of this. I want you to be my business partner, or God, what do you think about this? I mean, when I pass homeless people on the street, I close my eyes and I say, God, touch that person's life. They need you more than ever. You know, like prayer is something that is just for me. It's just this peace, this calming, this relaxation of my spirit and my mind in knowing that when I go to God for something in prayer, that if it's the right thing for me or if it's the right thing for that person, that it will be done, you know? And so this week um, was probably the longest week for me in the Breakfast in the Bible. From me started it in terms of me praying because, I've always known how to pray privately, but I've always struggled with praying publicly because I get confused because when I talk to God, I just talk in a conversation. When I pray, it isn't normally a repetitious prayer. It's more like a conversation. Like, hey, I'm troubled. I feel hurt about this, and could you answer a question for me? And or just heal me or heal this person, or I it was it was different for me this week. So I appreciate the opportunity, nonetheless, of allowing that part of my faith to now be strengthened along with each and every one of you. And not only that, just even having the opportunity to pray with and pray for you, you know. Um, I'm truly grateful today for each and every one of you. I miss Indira, nonetheless, but I'm just truly grateful for you guys, and even to all the listeners out there. It's just something that I want to remind you guys is to work on your prayer life if you haven't already, like, allowed it to become an integral part of your daily structure. And you don't have to pray 15-minute prayers, but if every 15 minutes you say a little prayer, that's just as good. Just open up the conversation with God, open up that repertoire with Him. Just allow Him into your life by just speaking to Him. you know he wants to be welcomed. He just wants to be welcomed. So thank you everyone again for the opportunity to speak this morning. I love each and every one of you. I'm Carrie, and have a blessed day.